years ago, I got hired as seasonal help for Toys R Us. It was before they redesigned the stores into their current mess, and everything was in long aisles. I got stuck in aisle 1, which was board games on one side, and the big glass case of video games on the other. This was the year that Super Nintendo came out, so we had one behind the glass with a controller outside, so you could try out Super Mario Land. I'm up on a ladder getting more copies of Crocodile Dentist down to restock the lower shelves when I hear yelling. I look down, and 2 kids are shoving each other in front of the Super Nintendo. They start swinging at each other and the parents intervene, only to start fighting themselves. I slide down the ladder, and my manager rushes over to try and stop things from getting worse. One of the parents had a bat in his cart and hits the other guy square in the back, knocking him into the display cabinet, shattering the glass and cutting him up really good. The guy with the bat realizes what he did and grabs his kids and tries to make a run for the door. Management is trying to block him from leaving as they go and manage to get the cop that is outside directing traffic. The police come in and wrestle this guy to the ground while his kids watch. He resists and gets a serious beat down the middle of the store. The other guy that went through the glass is cut up and bleeding really bad. He tragically ended up losing an eye over the whole thing. After this is all over, we had to lock up the Super Nintendo, and you could only try it out if management opens the case for you. The other really messed up part of this whole thing is that people were taking toys out of the cut-up man's cart as EMS worked on him, and his kid sits there crying. One woman even tried to take the blood-splattered demo Super Nintendo out of the broken case to try to buy for her kid. People are heartless, mindless sheep when it comes to cheap crap. Ever since this, I spend my Black Fridays at home. This story happened pre-COVID, while I was working at Walmart. It was Black Friday, and I unfortunately had to work that night. It was chaos from the get-go, people fighting over discounted TVs and shoving each other for toaster ovens. I work in the electronics section, and the demand for cheap gadgets was off the charts. It's probably one of, if not the most busiest sections of the store during these times. My manager, Dave, was stressed as hell trying to keep things in check. There were lines of people with questions, price checks, and asking if we had any more stock in the back. So this dude, mid-40s, balding, and looking like he hasn't slept in a week, starts flipping out about a price. Apparently the TV he wanted wasn't as discounted as he thought. Dave, being the unfortunate messenger, gets an earful. But this guy takes it to a whole new level. Out of nowhere, he lunges at Dave and starts choking the life out of him. Like he flew across the counter. I've never seen anything like it. People are screaming, and Dave's turning purple. I yank the dude off, and he bolts out of the store like a bat out of hell. Cops get called, but by the time they arrive, the dude's long gone. We give statements, and I'm thinking that's the end of it. Nope. Fast forward to the end of my shift. I'm walking to my car in the poorly lit parking lot. Mind you, it's like 3 a.m. at this point and our store was still jam-packed. I parked in the very back of the lot as we couldn't park close because they were for our customers. Out of the shadows by a dumpster, I see that bald guy appear. I'm talking heart-pounding, horror movie shit. Like he'd been waiting there the whole time. Dude tries to attack me, swinging wildly. He was yelling something about killing me and everyone in the store. Thankfully, the cops are still lingering around. They see the whole thing go down and rush over. It's chaos again, but this time, the good kind. They tackle the guy, cuff him, and he's spewing crazy talk about how Walmart's a scam, and we're all part of the conspiracy. Turns out the dude had some serious issues. Mental health problems, history of violence, the whole package. But it doesn't make the situation any less messed up. That was my first and only Black Friday I ever worked. I quit about a week later and went back to school to get my degree. If anyone is working or shopping this Black Friday, just stay safe out there. This happened back in 2018. I was working a seasonal position at Target during Black Friday. They paid pretty decently and I needed all the money I could get. It was Black Friday and the store was chaotic. Lines were out the door and every shopper had their carts filled with stuff. I was doing my best to help customers and keep the shelves stocked. It was seriously non-stop all night long. I was restocking some microwaves in an aisle that were selling like crazy when this dude, dressed in a hoodie, comes up to me. He said he just bought a new TV and has a slipped disc and can't load it into his car by himself. He asked if I could help him. We were informed by management to help any and every customer with whatever they need. So I told the guy, yes, just let me finish my stocking. He waited patiently next to me, and when I finished, he pushed his cart out the front doors and I followed. We head to the parking lot, and it's even crazy out there. There were so many customers loading up their cars or getting out of them. We get to his car, which was a 4-door sedan parked by the far side of the store. As I'm about to help him load the TV into his car, I noticed there are 2 other guys sitting inside the vehicle. I was pissed at this point because why couldn't this guy's 2 friends help him load the TV? The guy now is very quiet. I told him to pop his trunk and we can slide it in there. He looks all around and then back at me. He said, "You're coming with us." Before I could react, the 2 guys inside the car spring out. Their doors fly open and they jump out and grab me, trying to pull me into the car. I'm freaking out, struggling to break free, but they're bigger and stronger. The whole thing happened so fast. That's when the unexpected happens. People loading their cars nearby notice the struggle and rush to help. A couple of guys and a brave woman intervene, yelling and causing a scene. They managed to pull the kidnappers off me, and in the chaos, I broke free. The would-be kidnappers brandished a knife. They started waving it around like crazy, pushing the crowd back a bit. They realized they were outmatched. They jump back into their car and peel out of the parking lot, leaving the TV behind. Many people took pictures of their license plate as they drove off. In the end, I had a busted lip and bruised ribs. Considering what could have been my fate, I made it out pretty well. The police were called, and they took my statement and the license plate number. I later found out that the authorities apprehended those guys who had a history of criminal activity. Always stay vigilant in big crowds. And remember, there are decent folks out there who won't hesitate to help when you need it most.